Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? This is Henry from Tech Daddy Videos. Today I was just kind of thinking about a lot of things last night. I did my income taxes in July and was able to um, just really reflect on last year, reflect on a lot of things um, that was done. And it's been a while. It's been a lot of years since I've actually started with Amazon. And it's been well over 10 years. And a lot of my new students, a lot of people that are just coming in, um, are brand new. And sometimes I have to step back and really reflect on, you know, what a new person goes through, what that person goes through with Amazon. There's a lot of things that are changing constantly with Amazon, and so for me, it's I'm always on top of it. I'm always making sure that um, I'm on top of my game, making sure that a new policy comes out, that I'm there, and then I'm changing, and so that I have to put in my training, and I kind of just reflect on that. I reflect on a lot of things that, like right now, for example, it is Wednesday, 8 o'clock in the morning, um, and I'm doing a video. This is my life. I don't have to go to work. I can enjoy myself. I did my taxes. I did my taxes for last year for Amazon, and I did $506,000. Yeah, $506,000 last year, and it was pretty slow for me. I mean, it was. I'll be honest. I wanted to hit that $1 million mark, and I didn't. So it's July. I have 6 months. I have 6 months to hit that $1 million mark. I was sitting here this morning. I was just kind of sitting here this morning going, I'm bored. Um, I just wanted more out of my life, what have you. And yeah, that was on sales. Yeah, 506,000. And I did $80,000. Basically, I did $80,000 is what I spent on products, um, which wasn't very much. So my profit was a lot. And this morning I just got up. I was bored. I was sitting here complaining, and which I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be complaining. I should be. And my other half basically says, "Look, you need to work harder." And I said, "Yes, you're absolutely right." So my goal is 1 million this year. This is what I want to accomplish. I want to accomplish $1 million in sales and get that plaque. And so if I can do that, then I've accomplished my goal. Um, and so I need to start with myself. I kind of just need to start here and say, okay, you need to jump all over it and what have you. And so I know there's a lot of you guys that are members that are on here and just watching this video and so forth. And there's some of you that are not members, but I'm going to really concentrate, and I just really have to just focus on my training. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm sending a lot more products in at the second half, getting ready for the fourth quarter. I'm getting that done already. I'm placing a $20,000 order today to get products out. And so I need to make sure that I stay focused on my products and get that done and so forth. I'll answer you guys' questions But I'm just telling you how I woke up this morning. I just woke up and I felt like my life is still incomplete. It's still there's still things that kind of I need to do. I need to focus on, and I need to make sure that I'm when I'm teaching somebody something that I'm giving them all the good information, giving them all the information that they need as a new seller. And that's what I really need to focus on. I really need to focus on that. Is okay. Put myself in your shoes. Put myself where you're just starting out, and so forth. So I usually don't do a video. I usually don't do a video at 8 o'clock in the morning. But this morning I just kind of said, well, most people, when they get up in the morning, they're looking at their cell phones. They're looking at what they're gonna do. They're on Facebook. They're not focused. And when I get up in the morning, I sit here and go, okay, what do I got to achieve today? What are my goals? What do I got to do? And so uh, this morning I said, well, I'm gonna get up, get on YouTube, talk about what I need to do, and at the same time answer some of your questions. I usually have 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. is usually when I'm on YouTube and what have you. But this morning I just felt like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get on today and see how this goes, and so forth. So I appreciate you guys being on. I really do. I appreciate you guys being on. I know it's a little bit early for some people, but for other people, it might be the middle of the day already. Who knows? I get people from all over the world. So, and it might be evening somewhere else. Who knows? But yeah, I was just kind of reflecting on that, and it just hit me when I was doing my taxes and stuff, and I sat there and I was like, well, I send money in every 2 months. I'm sending money in for my sales tax and making sure that I that I don't owe at the end of the year. And here's the beauty about it. Yesterday uh, I did the taxes and I got money back from state and federal, and my girlfriend couldn't believe it. She was just like, "Wow, you made that much and you got money back." And I was like, "Yeah," but it was like no big deal to me. I mean, to me, it's like no big deal. But it should be a big deal. It should be a big deal that you make that type of money. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just I've been doing this for quite a bit, many years. So and I went into a different tax bracket. I went into a higher tax bracket, and my accountant was telling me that you're gonna have to take some more vacations. You're gonna have to spend a little bit more money because you have more money coming in than you have going out. And so that's why I'm placing a huge order today. That's why I'm gonna sit here and focus in on the products that are making me money and really get those out there and do $20,000 orders, $30,000 orders just to get them in to Amazon's FBA program, and get them, push them a little bit harder. And that's how I think I know I could um, get that $1 million mark, and just by focusing in on that, and at the same time focusing in on my training and everything else. It's one of the things that I take pride on is my courses, my training, giving you guys the information that you need, and what have you. So, but yeah, I just had to get on. I just had to talk about it. I just had to say this. I'm going to be doing another video on YouTube. How I made $506,000 this year. The five tips, and so I'm gonna really concentrate on how I did it, how I made that type of money, and so it's it's just for me. It's just reflecting back on that and saying, am I giving you guys all the best information. And sometimes I question myself. Sometimes I sit here and go, well, it could be better. It could be, you know, better if I'm doing sponsored ads or if I'm doing anything else like that that I'm teaching, you know. Um, so uh, I want to just say that, people, when you're starting out on Amazon, and you've never ever started out on Amazon, I can give you a few tips. And it's just kind of just going through my head. It's like, well, what would I do if I was a new person? What would I do? Well, the first thing I would do, as far as tips wise, is to create an account and get a professional account. Okay. And once you have that professional account, then you start looking at how much money do you have to start this business. People get into this business with very little money. And unfortunately, they are the ones that don't do too well because they are pretty much handcuffed from the beginning. I had somebody call me yesterday and says they wanted to join my course and what have you. But they called me, they talked to me, I gave them a lot of great information. And so, but they said, I can't start for another month because I live paycheck to paycheck. And unfortunately, it's sad to hear that people have to live paycheck to paycheck, and they go out there, they bust their ass, they do what they have to do, and and they're barely making ends meet. There's something wrong. There's something wrong there. And it's like I do $40,000 a month selling on Amazon, roughly. I can do $50,000 a month selling on Amazon on a good month. Um, and so I was told that I need to put 10% of that money away for my savings. And so I said, okay, fine, I can do that. That's no problem. But I just think about it, and I think about all my students, and I think about all the people that call me most of the time. And it's like there's people out there that just, they're, well, they have so many problems, so many issues. And the thing is, they want to succeed. They want to go out there and make money on Amazon, but they just don't know how to do it. Their focus is not where it should be. Their determination is not where it should be. You know, Look, if I was that starving person and I wanted to make some extra money, I do whatever I can. If I have to take a course to do it, to learn it, to get that experience, if I want to learn by the best, if I want to learn from a person who's actually making tons of money on Amazon right now. I mean, I'm not the only guy making a lot of money selling on Amazon. There's a lot of other people who are making a hell of a lot more because they have a product that's their business. That's what they do. There's a lot of businesses that sell on Amazon. So how do you compete with a Fortune 500 company, or so forth, when you're just by yourself? Well, you can. That's the thing is, you can. I did it. I'm just a Hispanic. I'm just a Mexican. I'm just a guy who works hard and busts his ass. And every single time somebody tells me no, I turn the other way and say, yes, I can do that. I always find a way. I always go out there and find a way to make it. Even my girlfriend says, look, you need to make $1 million this year. And I sat there and I said, we're sitting there having dinner last night. And I said, it's July. You know what? You're absolutely right. We can. So she lights a fire under me and just basically says, look, this is what you have. I already know what I'm making. I already know what I have. So now it's time for me to sit there and say, okay, work twice as hard, work 3 times as hard. I get up in the morning, I sit here and I'm like, wow, what do? I'm in this nice, beautiful home. And I was like, what do I do? Do I just sit here and do nothing all day? Or do I go out there and bust my ass and do what I need to do? And that's exactly what I'm doing. And that's what you guys should focus on. Focus on what you need to do to make, instead of $2,000 an extra a month, $4,000, $7,000 a month. Focus on what sells. Focus on what is making you money. If you're brand new to this and you have no experience, focus on training. Focus on what I have to offer, what I'm giving you. When I'm sit there and I say, look, here's my videos, here's my courses, and start learning from it. And that's another thing that I'm doing. I'm focusing on, well, what is that missing link? What are those holes in there that I got to complete? And that's what I have to do. And so I have to make sure that I'm on top of my game, because there's a lot more competition out there. There's a lot of other guys out there that are selling courses for, $2,000, $3,000, some ridiculous price. And it's just information. That's all it is. But it's good information. If you have that information and it's good information, then you're going to be successful. And that's one of the things that I've learned in the past 10 years is get the information, learn from it, and capitalize on it, perfect it, and make it better. And that's what I've done. I've made it better. I made my course better than anybody else's out there, I feel, because because I need to give you that information. I need for you to focus on what is the right way to sell on Amazon. People still think that drop shipping is the right way to sell on Amazon, which is totally wrong. And there's people out there doing ads, drop ship, drop ship, drop ship. And what they find out is it's not all that glamorous. It's not all that what it's supposed to be. That's not where you make your money. I made my money wholesaling. I made my money private labeling. That's how I made my money. That's what made me $506,000 this year. Not drop shipping. I didn't drop ship one product this year. Not one. I private labeled a lot of my products. I wholesale a lot of my products. And so when I go out there and I tell people, look, you guys need to do private label, you need to wholesale, and then they sit there and they go, well, I don't have any money. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to go to Target. I'm going to go to all these other places, buy a few things, and start off slow. But don't expect to make $10,000 a month selling on Amazon if you're doing that. If you're really serious about it and you really want to go out there and focus in on really making money, that $2,000 a month, or that that $2,000 a month, or that $4,000 a month extra, that could change a lot of people's lives. It can. And that's where, it changed a lot of my students. A lot of my students to sit there and they go, oh, okay, I'm doing this. I had one student that did $10,000 in 3 months. In 3 months, it took them $10,000 in sales, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. People sit there, well, was that what they brought home, or is that what they made? Who cares? The fact of the matter is they're making more and they're having checks coming to them, and the checks are in their account 3 days later, and they're going, wow, I have $5,000 that I didn't have the month before, or I had $2,000 or even $1,000 more that I didn't have before. That should encourage you. That should light a fire under your ass and get out there and start selling more. So when my tax accountant says, you made $500,000 to $6,000 this year, do you think you can make more next year? And I said, yes, I absolutely can. I leave and I focus and I say, okay, if I can do that, I can definitely do that $1 million. That's my goal. That's what I need to do. That's where I need to be. So when I went out to dinner last night and we were talking about it, she was very happy for me, very excited. And for me, it was like, yeah, you know, it's a lot of shit, a lot of stuff was going through my mind. And I sat there and I was just like, wow, you know, can I do this? Can I really make $1 million this year? Yeah, I can. Absolutely. Because I have that drive. I have that determination. I have that willingness to go out there and say, okay, I know what sells. I know what makes me money. I know what is number one, my products, what is selling. Focus in on that. Focus in on this. People sit there and they go, well, I tried it. It didn't work for me. I give up. And a lot of people do give up. But the people who don't give up, those are the ones that make the money. So don't sit there and bitch and complain and moan because you only made $2,000 in sales. You just focus in. Well, what do I have to do to make those sales increase? Well, maybe I got to do more sponsored ads. Maybe instead of spending $20 a day on sponsored ads, I'm going to spend $200 a day on sponsored ads. Who cares? If the sales are coming in, then it's all worth it. So you paid $1,000 in sponsored ads, but you made $20,000. So, you know, it's it's basically, well, what do I do? Do I sit here and bitch and complain about it and moan about it? No, or do I go out there and do something about it? And that's why I'm here at 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, so anyways, yeah, I just wanted just to get on YouTube today and just talk about this with my faithful followers, and I appreciate that. And so I'm going to answer some of these questions, okay? But I just wanted to get this out there and stuff. But yeah, I mean, as a new person, and you know, I wanted to talk about, you know, you being new, you just starting out and what have you, and just the basics of what you should be doing. You should be getting yourself a professional account. You should be getting yourself a business account. You know, when I talk about stuff like that, I talk about, well, you know, what do you need? You need a business, you know, checking account. Do you need a savings account? You know, I have all that. I have a business account. I have a savings account. Do you need a corporation? Do you need all that? No, you don't need any of that. And so when I sit there and I go, you need to focus on making sales. You need to focus on that first. So the first thing that you should be doing is getting yourself a professional business, a professional account with Amazon. Okay, professional seller's account with Amazon. Then you go out there and you get yourself a seller's permit. That's all you really need. That seller's permit, you're going to be able to walk into a bank, open up a business account. If you want to keep your stuff separate, that's totally up to you. And go out there and say, get me a business account, and use that seller's permit to go out there and start charging sales tax for everybody. That's what it's basically used for. And then concentrate on your products. Look at what products are going to make you money. What products are going to sit there and do something for you. That's why I have on my Amazon A to Z course a product every single month. And let me tell you, I really look into products that I recommend and I give to other people. I want to make sure that they are good products. And that's why I sell them myself. That's why I go out there and test the market myself with those products. I don't just sit there and give them to you. Those products I'm selling. Those products I'm making money off of. And I just put out a product in July. And that product right there, I'm telling you guys, that product right there is going to last you until April of next year because of the season. So it's July. You should be able to go out there and, you know, buy this product and make money off of it. I mean, it's not summer here. It's summer here, but it may not be summer somewhere else. Uh, Maybe typhoon season or hurricane season somewhere, and it'd be perfect for something like that. But anyways, those are the things that I kind of just been thinking about this morning. I'm gonna be making more videos talking about this, but I wanted just to kind of reflect on this morning. Needed to say it. Needed to go out there and really concentrate on what I need to do as a coach, as a teacher, as a seller, you know. And so, anyways, let's get to your questions. I know you guys have a few questions here, and so we'll go ahead and get to that and answer some of these questions and stuff like that. So I'm going to see who's on. But I just wanted to reflect on that, guys. I just nothing huge. I know a lot of you guys are working and stuff, but the ones that aren't, hey, I appreciate you guys being on and listening to my rant for 25 minutes. So, all right. So, Samir, hi, Henry. Thanks for the live sessions. Can we ask questions? Yes. I encourage you to ask any questions that you want. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Be like my Amazon Q&A and what have you that I have on Monday nights. Yes, absolutely. That is perfectly fine with me. Forbidden Identity. Hey, welcome back there, Forbidden Identity. Can we get our own products manufactured with the design and modifications? Yeah, go straight to a manufacturer. Ask them if they're a manufacturer. See, that's one of the things that when you're dealing with suppliers, that's the first question that you need to figure out. You need to figure out, are they the manufacturer where they can make changes, or are they just a distributor where they're the middleman and they cannot make the changes? They kind of get the package and the package is already set, what have you. So find out if they're the manufacturer. And if they are the manufacturer, ask them if they can make changes, and they should be able to answer your questions. What's up there, Air Sync? Hey, Henry, hope you're good. I am very good. Bernard, what's going on, Bernard? David, what's happening? Good morning, David. Okay, Bernard, I'm a student. I feel off a little. I don't know exactly what that means, but, hey, talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking. Bernard? All right. Sorry about that, guys. I was interrupted here. Let me see here. Let's go back to, I think I was on Forbidden Identity. What are your thoughts on oversaturation? Is it a problem sellers will have to deal with in the U.S. market? Look, Amazon is huge, okay? Amazon is really, really big. If it is saturated in the US, it may not be saturated in Australia, or it may not be saturated in Japan or the UK or Mexico or Canada. Just because one product is saturated here or there's a lot of sellers, check other platforms. Check other platforms like Australia. Australia is huge right now. And so they just opened up there. So there's a lot of need for brand new sellers and brand new products. So if the product is oversaturated here, I'm noticing that they're kind of moving in over there, and they're not saturated there. There's only very few sellers making quite a bit of money. So the .com industry is not the only market that you should be concentrating in. You should be concentrating in other markets. Now, just so you guys know that you can sell in the US and you can sell in another market. You can sell in two different marketplaces at the same time. So if you want to sell in the UK, you can sell in the UK. If you want to sell in the .com industry, which is all of the US, you can sell there also at the same time. Steve, what's up there, Steve? Dan, hey, what's going on? Jose, that was your sales. Yeah, that was my sales, Jose. $506,000 was my sales. I take that back. That wasn't my sales. That's what I made selling on Amazon. That was not my sales. That is actually what I made. So yeah, it's crazy, and I know that if I could do that, I definitely can do a million easily. And I kind of don't look at sales. I don't look at the total picture, which I should be doing, but I'm looking at net. I'm looking at what I should be bringing home, and what I've spent. I spent $18,000. 18,000 is another sale that just happened. $18,000 just on products itself, which is crazy. But I did $19,000 in advertising, and uh, so technically 30 some, close to 40,000. That's what I did. I see what's going on there. I see. Dave, how many products do you have on Amazon? David, I have 31 products on Amazon, and I have 16 out of the 31 are number one bestsellers. 16 out, so half of them are bestsellers, number one. So, okay, Jose, do you think this is the right time of year to start selling? Hell yes. Hell to the yes. The reason why is because July is the most busiest month for Amazon. People think it's December. People think it's the fourth quarter. It's not. July. July and August. And see, from here, from this point, kind of just goes like this. Starts to go up. Sales start to move. The only time that is really slow is in January, February, March. January, February, March, it really slows down. Um, but other than that, yes, absolutely, it is the right time to sell. People, I had somebody call me yesterday. Again, it's like I'm always on the phone. People are always calling me, and he had asked. He said, is it still good time to sell on Amazon? So, yeah, why not? Amazon's growing huge right now, and they are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're getting bigger because they have more sales, more sellers, and more buyers. That's why. And they are number one in the marketplace in the world. So forbidden identity, should keywords be repeated throughout the listing or just once? That is forbidden identity. Yes, I mean the more keywords that you have in there that are repeated is always better. Okay, for look, you are using keywords in your title, your description, your bullet points, but this is where it really comes into play. Now, if you are doing automatic campaigns or manual campaigns, we'll use automatic campaigns for example. Automatic campaigns are looking for the keywords that are in your title, your bullet points, in your description, and that's where you're going to get them. So when you look at the URL on any one of your products, so if you have a product and you look at the URL, it's going to give you 5 keywords right in the URL, and it's going to tell you what those keywords are being searched for. And so you want to make sure that you go out there and look at those keywords, and those keywords you want to go and do automatic campaigns for, or manual campaigns for. Sorry, manual campaigns for. Put those keywords in there because that's where your product is being searched. And if you can go out there and put in a little bit more keywords, those keywords may change. So just teach. You have already done it all, Steve says. Yeah, I know. I should just focus on teaching and teaching and teaching. And yeah, absolutely right, Steve. I appreciate your feedback on that. David, still waiting on my product to arrive from FBA. Cool. All right, great. Gus, San Diego in the house. Hey, there you go. A-Dog, what's up there? Steve, you are still the best. Don't feel bad. No, I don't feel bad, Steve. I'm just contemplating and just sitting there, just thinking. And no, I don't feel bad at all. I just got to light a fire under my ass to get going and really focus in on the money that I want to make. David, I just want to live better. Period. Yeah, I know everybody does. Everybody wants to live better, and that's just it. Now, if you go out there and discipline yourself and do what you need to do and stay focused, yeah, you will live better. I mean, it's been proven. I proved that with myself. I proved that with my son. I proved that with a lot of other members. So yeah, so it can be done. Just focus in on what you need to do to get your products moving. Once they start moving, once the sales start coming in, and it's just finding that magic product. It's just finding that magic, thing that's going to make you money. That's what it is. I mean, look, um, sales are based on people's needs. If people need a product, they're going to buy that product, and that's where the sales come in. It's not rocket science. Look, if you have a product that is in demand, and it has to be in demand, you're going to make sales. If the product is not in demand, then you're not going to make sales. That's why I kind of disagree and I kind of discourage bundling, is because somebody may like this product, but these two other products, they don't really care for it. And they bundle, people bundle them, and it's kind of like, well, so I don't do that personally. I always sell my products individually. And so if somebody's looking for a I don't know, a dog comb or a, um, you know, kitchen appliance thing, then, to each its own. So, Vladislav, hi. I took a look at your package for $800. It is very unclear for me what's included in the price. I'm selling on Amazon a few years already, and so I don't want to waste my time for basic information. Good point. Is that package for people with expensive? Okay, is that package for people with expensive, or is it expensive? No, it's not expensive. There's other people that are charging $2,000, $3,000 for information. And I think I'm probably one of the cheaper guys on the internet. Now, look, I do charge for coaching. If you feel that the $800 package is not good for you, then you can pay for my private coaching. It's going to cost you a lot more, I'll tell you that, for my private coaching, because you're taking a lot of my time. So definitely I do charge for coaching, and I do charge quite a bit. But, it depends on you. If you want to take the $800 course, you will get a product every single month, that's brand new, that you can sell. And so that right there is well worth it, just that alone. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. So think about it. Love to have you in. And we do also have our private Facebook group. And just so you guys know, I'm working with somebody right now that is working on my Facebook page, my Instagram, and all that. And we're going to tie all that stuff in together, and we're going to get going on that, definitely. So, all right. Amazing Mickey, doing camping right now by the sea. Notice you were live, watching you by the sea. Cool motivation. You know what? That motivates me, Nikki, to sit here and do these videos, to have you sitting by the sea, looking out into the ocean, just like I was in Hawaii, and enjoying myself and saying, wow, this is the life. Think about where you're at right now, Amazing Mickey. Think about you not working. Think about you just looking out on the sea right now and saying, this is the life that I want. There's other people out in different parts of the world that live right off the ocean. And this is what they do. And sometimes you have to appreciate nature at its best. And sometimes that's where it will wake you up. I'll give you a good example. I was in Hawaii. I'm on the beach, and I'm waiting for my girlfriend to come to see me. She was on a different island. And I'm just sitting there, and this fisherman basically was just staring at me. He just kept looking at me. So I just, so I went over there and I asked him, I said, did you catch any fish today? And he said, yeah, I caught a few. He says, where are you from? And I said, Los Angeles. And he says, yeah, I know. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, you haven't put your cell phone down since you've been here. Wow. Good point. That was the first day that I was there, and I was on the beach looking at the water, how beautiful it was, but I was on my cell phone answering text messages and stuff like that. And you know what I did? Got my cell phone, turned it off, put it in my backpack, and I left it there for a whole week. It didn't take me till then to realize where I was and what I should have been doing. It took him to open up my eyes and tell me what I was doing wrong. So, Amazing Mickey, enjoy yourself at the beach and put your cell phone down when you have a chance. All right. Danny. Danny Tube HD, what's up there, Danny? One of the things I don't understand is giveaways. How do I do giveaways the correct way? You can't. Here's the thing. You cannot do giveaways anymore. You can do them, but it doesn't do anything for you. Look, people do giveaways to get reviews. Reviews are being so watched right now by Amazon that if you give a reduced price for a product, you will not get a review on it. That review, you may get it, but it will be taken away just because you gave a discounted price. So giveaways don't mean shit anymore. Not on Amazon. I don't do giveaways at all. I go out there and sell them at full price. And if somebody leaves me a review, then they leave me a review. In my course, I show you how to get reviews using this tactic, using a different tactic. And it's 95% of the time for me is giving me great reviews. I'm getting reviews after review after review just by doing that. So in my course, I show you how to get reviews. And that's the only reason why you're doing giveaways, Dan, is you're doing giveaways so you can get reviews. Well, that stuff is like being monitored. And so discount codes I don't really touch. So hopefully that helps you out, Danny too, and hopefully you got some good information on that, okay? So let me see here. Nana S. Hey, what's up there, Nana? Good morning. I appreciate your help. I am new on these. I study a lot. I want to do retail arbitrage, but it's really hard to find products online. Something you recommend? Yeah, don't do retail arbitrage. Do wholesale, do private label. That's where you're going to make your money. You're not going to make your money off retail arbitrage like a lot of these knuckleheads out there are telling you. Okay? A lot of guys out there, a lot of women out there are sitting there and they're doing these sponsored ads telling you about drop shipping. Well, that's retail arbitrage. Or retail arbitrage, going out there and walking in the Walmart and buying 10 t-shirts and making thousands of dollars off these 10 t-shirts. No, it doesn't work that way. When you find out all the fees and everything else that Amazon charges you, then you sit there and go, well, is it really, really worth it? So if you're going to start off with something, Nana, I highly suggest that you start off looking at wholesaling products, getting it really, really cheap. The lower you can get it, the more you can charge, the more money you're going to make, okay? And it's just common sense. All right, so hopefully that helps. Brewmaster Bar. Hi, Henry. What is the best way to get keywords in your listing to stand out? It's not the keywords that are in the listing that stand out. It's the keywords that you're actually trying to sell for. So for example, if I have, I don't know, if I'm sitting here and I have this remote right here, and I'm using keywords like TV remote, or if I'm looking for this saying universal, those are the keywords. Like universal could be very, very cheap keyword because nobody's really paying attention to universal, but the remote, a lot of people are sitting here and going, well, the remote keyword cost me $2.50, but universal cost me 20 cents a click. Well, I'm going to concentrate more on universal at 20 cents a click, up my game, go out there and do $200 of just on that keyword, and I'll probably get more impressions and everything else just with the universal. So it's not a matter of one keyword, it's all the keywords that are in your listing that you have to pay attention to. And that's where you have to do keyword optimization, and that's very, very important. Nana, I forgot to say, I'm from Mexico City. Well, welcome, Nana. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate it. I see. It's amazing, Mickey from Japan. He's always on the chat. Yes, they're always on the chat. Thanks, Henry. You're awesome. My question is for the newbies: what budget for shipping plus quality assurance plus freight forwarding if shipped by sea? I was shocked to learn that shipments I require about would cost 3,000 for by air. Is this realistic? Yeah, sometimes it is. It just depends on what product that you are buying. If you're buying 7,000 of these little things right here, then it's not going to cost you anything for air. It will probably cost you, I don't know, we'll say $700 to get it from China to the US. But if you have a product that weighs a lot more, and see, that's where the weight comes in. If you have a, say, product that is 10 pounds, or we'll say 2 pounds, and you're sending it that by air, well, they're going to charge you by the weight. And if you have 7,000 units and whatever, and it's costs, it's 5,000 pounds. I'm just using this hypothetically. Then yeah, your shipping is going to cost you a lot more. I was looking at shipping yesterday by air, and it was $4,800 for the product that I was looking for, and that was shipping by air. And then I went and did it by freight, and freight was almost half of that, a little cheaper. The only difference is by freight, you get it 60 days instead of 2 weeks. So time, it just depends on you. And it depends on the product that you're looking for. You're always looking for a lightweight product where shipping is not going to come into play. And if you can find product that is local and you can get it here local first, do that first. It'll save you a lot on shipping. Okay? Hopefully I answered all your questions. Danny too, will you participate on a FBA YouTuber event? Hashtag Prime Day Challenge. I have to look into it. There's a lot of people that approach me on different things. It's the first time I'm hearing about it, but yeah, I just send me the information at techdaddyvideos@gmail.com, and I'll take a look at it. AirSync, can I use trade assurance instead of PayPal because of big PayPal fees? Yeah, you can use trade assurance, but AirSync, look, listen. Don't worry about PayPal fees. Who cares? If PayPal fees cost you $50 extra, would you rather have all your money back or nothing at all? So you know how PayPal works. If that shipment doesn't arrive to your location, okay, you have a leg to stand on using a PayPal debit card. If you don't use a PayPal debit card, trade assurance is only covered up to so much money. So if you have a $10,000 order and trade assurance is $2,000, you lose out on $8,000. If I paid for it with my PayPal debit card, guess what? I get all my $10,000 back plus my fee and everything else for PayPal. If the product doesn't reach me, I can always file the claim with PayPal saying I didn't get the product. Takes them 21 days for them to do for them to respond. If that tracking number does not show that you received it and it was delivered, most of the time you're getting your money back. So protect your money. Who cares what the fees are? Forbidden Identity. Thanks, Henry. You're awesome. Loving the live stream. I appreciate it. Alex from Charlotte. Hi, Henry. We appreciate your advices and experiences. I'm one of your members, and your videos have helped me a lot, but I know that success of my business depends on me. Thank you, Henry. Yep, it does. Look, I could just put it out there for you, Alex. I I'm going to be doing something for my members. There's a new video that I'm putting out for my members. You guys will see it, and I'm going to be asking you a few questions to better the course. So I want to make sure that you guys see that video. I want every single member of my course to respond in any way to where I'm going to be looking at it, and I'm going to be trying to figure out what loopholes I can fill, if there's any, and some advice or anything else. I'm going to be taking that seriously. So that will be on my membership website, and I will be putting that out there for you guys too. Okay. All right. AirSync, do you purchase 200 or so units first time order, or do you buy only around 10 units to test them out? Look, if you're gonna buy only 10 units, and then AliExpress is a good way to go, where you buy small quantities. Not so much Alibaba, you're buying bigger quantities. But I've always told my members, and I've always said this, look, and I'll repeat this on YouTube, always go out there and buy products that is going to be as minimal as possible. So if a supplier is saying the MOQ, minimum order quantity, is 7,000, doesn't matter if they say 7,000. I will call them and I would say, look, I want to test the product. I want to try it out. I'm selling this on Amazon. Do you have any other sellers selling this product on Amazon? I'm asking these questions because I want to know. And then I sit there and I go, I'm only interested in my first order to be 300 units, no more. If the supplier says no, say thank you very much. Have a good day. That's it. That's all you have to say. Most of the time, they're going to come right back to you in chat and turn around and say, well, wait, hold on. Don't leave yet. I tell you what, I can do this order for 300 units, but you have to promise me that you're going to buy more. Absolutely. Yeah, no problem. If the product is what it's worth, yes, I will buy more. And that's how you can go out there and get products for 300 units, your first order, and test the market. Test that product out. And all of a sudden, you go out there and you put it out there and it starts to sell, starts to make money. You know, you can call that manufacturer. The manufacturer is going to be happy, or distributor is going to be happy that 3 days later, 4 days later, a week later, you're calling them back and saying, I'd like to place another order. Give me 1,500 units this time, or 2,000 units this time, or 7,000 units this time. As long as you know it's selling, as long as you know it's moving, that's all that matters. So, there you go. All right. Samir gives me a damn mathematic question. Yeah. More details. 300 units. Total cost is $1,900. 300 units weighing 285 kilograms is just $3,000. Just for shipping, realistically, or price $900 to ship by sea. Okay, listen. You have to weigh the options. Just because it's $900 shipped by sea doesn't mean that that's your full price for the cost. You may pay $3,000 by shipping it by air, but what they don't tell you, what suppliers will not tell you, they'll say, yes, it's $900 to ship it by sea. But what they don't tell you is, well, what about the freight forwarder that you have to pay? What about the shipping costs for inspection? What about the shipping charges for warehouse? What about the drop-off fee? What about the U.S. Customs fee from China and the U.S. Customs fee from the U.S.? What about all those fees? By the time that you pay for all those other fees, it's going to be close to what you paid for by air. I ship 95% of my products, I ship by air. I don't use a freight forwarder if I don't have to. And when you ship by air, you don't have to use a freight forwarder. You have it shipped directly to you, have it shipped directly to your warehouse, have it shipped directly to Amazon. When you go by freight, 60 days, 45 to 60 days goes into the port, and that's what you're paying for. is paying for the port fees to get your product from point A, which is China, for example, to the US. That's what you're paying for. But when you get there to get it out of the port, they're not responsible. Their stuff is done. Okay? Their responsibility is done. They got their $900. There you go. Hopefully that answers your questions. Think about that. You're going to be paying a lot more fees if you have to get a freight forwarder. Definitely. Forbidden identity. Wouldn't the product get saturated if you shared it with all the students? Yeah, you would think so, right? But not every single student buys what I suggest. So, yeah, I have a lot of people in my course, but not everybody is buying the product that I go out there and suggest. And I sell it. So if I sell it and I give it to all my members and all my members sell it, what makes you think that it's going to affect my sales? It's not. Because that's not how Amazon works. Amazon says, okay, I have my stuff, I'm in Los Angeles. This is real quick. I have a student in New York. He's selling the exact same thing that I recommended. It doesn't make sense for Amazon to give me the sale in Los Angeles if somebody in New York that is selling it and somebody is buying it from, say, Queens or, say, New Jersey. They're much closer. So what's going to happen is they're going to send his product, they're going to show his listing, and he's going to get the sale. They'll never see mine because it doesn't make sense for Amazon to go and say, here's his listing, he's here in California, and he's got to ship this all the way to New York. Doesn't make sense to do that. So it doesn't affect my sales whatsoever. That's why I can go out there with confidence and say, guys, I sell this. You guys should be selling this. This is making me money. This should make you money. And there you go. And so even if I had all my students sell it, it still not would be saturated. Amazon is so huge that it's not going to affect my sales whatsoever. I don't care what anybody says. I've tried it with all my products. I sat there and I said, look, this is what sells. Guys, go out there and sell it. I can do that with confidence, knowing that my sales did not drop at all. And that's why I do it. If I felt in any way that the sales were going to affect my sales, I wouldn't promote that stuff on my website. I wouldn't sit there and say, guys, here's the product of the month. Here you go. I wouldn't do that. So if it affects my sales, I definitely would not be out there pushing that with my students. So hopefully that helps. All right. Henry, what is your Instagram? My Instagram is, I believe it's Tech Daddy Videos. I have somebody working on my Instagram right now. They are going to be working that for me. As a matter of fact, I believe it is Tech Daddy Videos. So she's working on that. We are talking on that. And so we'll get that going. So I don't know too much about Instagram, but she's going to be doing that for me. Can you define what is wholesale? LNC, can you define what is wholesale? Yes. A wholesaler is when you can go out there in Los Angeles. There's a lot of places that I go to that just do wholesale. In other words, they sell pellets. They sell products. They get them from maybe Walmart. Their returns or their products that are being shipped to a certain business. And that business goes out there and says, you can buy this pellet for $300. And whatever's on the pellet is what you're buying. That's wholesale. Or if you have a product that is specific, say like bearings or something, and you go out there and you go to a bearing thing, you say, can I get this wholesale? Yeah, I'll give it to you at a wholesale price. So instead of you paying retail, you just show them your business license or your sales license or your reseller's permit and say, yes, can I get this at wholesale? They get it, they look at it, and they sell it to you at a much lower cost, okay? They don't charge you taxes for that. That's wholesale. Nana, thank you very much. Ms. Vega. Hi, Henry. I'm looking to get your $295 training very soon to start with. I do want to do skincare. I've been talking to multiple manufacturers and getting prices. Not really a question, just wanted to share. I appreciate that. But let me tell you something, Miss Vega, don't look at skincare. Look at something else. Anything that has to go, anything that has to go on your body or anything else like that, listen, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Um, and I know there's a lot of people selling on beauty, and they'll disagree with me on that. But I can guarantee you, as a new seller, it's very hard to get into. Very, very hard to get into. But if you can do it and you want to do it, that's totally up to you. It's just that you're going to have a lot more certifications that you're going to have to prove, you're going to have to show, and that's the only concern that I have is when you start getting into vitamins, you start getting into pharmaceuticals and skincare and all that, that's a whole different ballgame. So another sale. All right. Um, Gus, are you wholesaling on Amazon? Yes, absolutely. I definitely do wholesale on Amazon. I don't make as much money off of that, but I do wholesale. Yes, Gus, I do. Ms. Vega, wholesale. The sale of goods in quantity as to retailers or jobbers for resale. Good answer. Uh, that was for LNC. Amazing Mickey. Henry, I think you should try Japan market. It takes only 4 days to get products to here from China. Isn't it fast? Yes, that is extremely fast. But yeah, that's a good point. It just depends on what marketplace you want to sell on. I do sell on different marketplaces, and I do make extremely good money, but I don't sell in Japan. Um, but I do sell on other marketplaces. But for those of you who are thinking about it, well, there you go. Vicky kind of brought out a very good point, and she was on the beach as she just texted this. Wow. Forbidden identity. Can experienced sellers get value off your packages? Absolutely. I don't. The packages aren't just for beginners. And look, here's the thing. Forbidden identity. If you think that for some reason it just doesn't help you out for some reason, if I know that you're a member, look, I will do a Skype call with you. We will sit down, and I won't charge you for it because I want to give you value. Okay. And if you already know it and you're an experienced seller, this is what I do. I charge $3,000 for experienced sellers doing $12,000 or more just for private coaching. But I increase their sales. I have corporations that I have every single month that I deal with that pay me that type of money. So if you're making $12,000 or more selling on Amazon, this is what I'm going to charge you because this is the going rate. This is what people charge. And I will increase your sales. If I don't, then I'm sure you won't want to do business with me. But I have people that have been with me for over a year at that rate. So it kind of tells you something. I have corporations that I do deal with that sell their products and do automatic campaigns and the manual campaigns and a few other things that I do for them. So it sounds like a lot, but it isn't when you start making more money. All right, sorry about that, guys. I got cut off again. So let's go back to where we were. All right, Forbidden Identity says, is it a bad idea for your supplier to know you sell on Amazon? No, it's not a bad idea. Here's the thing. You want to make sure that you are not in competition with somebody else that's selling the exact same thing from the same supplier. If you, when I ask that question and I say, look, I sell on Amazon, what I'm basically telling them is, look, you have a guy that's going to be buying a lot of products if it goes well, and they love that. They don't care if you're selling Amazon or not. They just care about getting rid of the product and getting you that product. Now, that gives them an idea, and you can sit there and go, well, do you have other sellers that sell on Amazon? Yes. What are their complaints? What are their, so you're kind of picking their brain at the same time and getting that feedback, but you're also letting them know that you could be a potential big fish. You could say, well, nobody knows that I spend $20,000, $30,000 on an order. until I place that order. And when I sit there and I go, well, I'm just checking it out. I want to see 300 units. How much is that going to cost me? Okay, fine. So can you send it to me? And if they send it to me, I know that they're willing to do business. So I will call them back knowing that I'm selling all these products and they're selling. And my next order is, well, Mr. Henry, you did 300 orders. Um, Last time, will you want to bump it up to 700? No, I want to bump it up to 10,000. Whoa, okay. Or I want to bump it up to 20,000. See, they don't know, and that's the potential of making a lot of money, um, with the supplier. And the supplier knows that once you do a $10,000 order, they know you're serious. They know that that you're going to sit there and spend money. So they're going to give you the best deal possible. And you turn around and say, well, I'm not ordering 300 this time, I'm ordering 10,000. But I'm not paying X amount of dollars. I'm going to be paying a lot cheaper. If I can't get it from you, I'll get it from somebody else. Trust me, they are not going to go anywhere else. They're going to sit there and give you the best price possible. Even if they have to lose a little bit of money sometimes that's how it works. All right. AirSync, did you say Amazon once took down your listing because you were selling more than them? Yeah, they were. But see, I was in competition with Amazon. So I wasn't in competition with somebody else. I was competing with Amazon. Sold by Amazon. I sold the exact same product. See, this is what Amazon does. Amazon will put up a listing, but they will never change it. The prices will always stay the same. So if you go out there and you lower the price, you'll get in the buy box. But unfortunately, they're monitoring that and they're saying, well, wait a minute, why are my sales being lost on this particular product? Well, we have a new seller and that seller is selling the exact same thing. So that's what they'll do is they can easily, because it's their marketplace, they can go and say, sorry, you can't sell this product anymore. You've been red flagged on this product. Amazon sells this product, therefore you can't sell it anymore. Then you're screwed. That's why I don't compete with Amazon. It was a lesson well learned, and I will never do it again. Even though I was making money, making more than what they were doing more in sales, I found out that it's very easy for them to say, nope, can't sell anymore. And that listing is gone. And it took it down. Nothing I can do about it. All right. Joel, hi Henry, I'm a new member and I saw your last video telling Gordy you added new pay-per-click videos and of course I can't find them anywhere. I'm getting ready to start my sponsored ads. Check the $4.95 package. I think I put 3 of them in there. But check it out there. If not, give me a call and I'll try to help you out. All right, Amazing Mickey. Henry, I'm sorry to ask it again, but I don't get it. Even if you're trying markets with 300 products, do you do a personal package for your products? No. Where do you make your packages? No. When I say 300 products, it's 300 units, not 300 products. I'm sorry. 300 units. I misspoke there. So no, it's 300 units. And it's one product. Samir, it does. Henry, thank you. So air is the way to go. Now make us a video about quality assurance cost, please. I love to make you a video on that, but look, quality assurance is like, it is what it is. I will make a video on my personal members site. I'm going to be making more videos on U.S. Customs, how to make sure that the product gets to point A to point B without any issues or problems. That I did have somebody tell me about that, so I am going to be making a video on that. And also dealing with your supplier, what your supplier should be doing. And hopefully that helps. What if it is babies? Well, yeah, that's cool. Babies is fine, Miss Vega. I mean, I'm just saying that when you start putting things into people's bodies or on people's bodies, you're going to get a lot more reviews that are probably going to be in the negative or somewhat. You have more potential to um, not have very good reviews, and that's all I'm saying. You know, my particular um, account, I have 4.7 stars out of 5 stars, and that's by me staying away from beauty, staying away from anything that is injected, and so forth. Like if I'm going to sell, products, nutritional products or anything else like that, I would rather sell something like a jump rope for a gym or something that's going to make you feel better as opposed to nutritional products for losing weight. You know. All right. Column. Good day to you, sir. Henry, what is the best time to contact you? Anytime. That's why I have my phone number on here. So give me a call whenever you're ready. You can call me. It is going on 9 o'clock right now in the morning. And so I've been on for an hour. And yeah, give me a call. And feel free to give me a call. If not, try to Skype me or WeChat or whatever. So, can we still compete with Amazon? Okay, can you still compete with Amazon? Is your product is private? Oh, if your product is private label, forbidden identity, don't compete with Amazon. That's all I'm saying. Look, if you have a product that you want a private label, make sure Amazon's not selling it. Make sure that you can go out there and private label that product without Amazon selling it. If Amazon is selling it and you're private labeling that product, they may get you, they may not, but don't risk it. So that's a good question. The manufacturer's in the USA. Well, that's fine. If the manufacturer's in the USA, then they should have certs for it, and it should be able to give you all the documentations you need, because you're going to need that when you do your listing on Amazon. They are going to ask you for certifications. So be prepared for it. Sis, what is the lowest profit margin you can sell? Look, I profit, when it comes to profit margins, I'm looking at products that I'm making quite a bit of money off of. I'll give you an example. I have a product that I get for $2 overseas, and I sell it for $46 on Amazon. So I make a profit around 40 bucks each. And so that profit is 900%. I don't know what it is. But if I can make a profit, of 50% or better, I'm happy. But sometimes you kind of have to look at it this way. You look at it as, if I'm a new seller, and I'm thinking of this as a new seller, and this is how I did it, was sometimes you have to bite the bullet and sit there and break even on some products just to get the reviews. If you're able to get the reviews, your account as a whole should be better. And if your account, and say you have 50 reviews that are all 4 or 5 stars, it doesn't matter. Even if you didn't make any money off of that, you can get another product that now you can start looking at, and people are going to start to buy, because they're going to buy in confidence. They're going to buy in confidence that you're a good seller, and that's what they look at. Most people decisions are based on your listing, your pictures. Your pictures speak 1,000 words. If you got a great pictures and it's really detailed, then you're going to sell your product. If you got great reviews, 5 stars, people have left comments saying great seller, fast shipper, what have you, they're going to buy with confidence. And that's what I do. I do the exact same thing. I buy on Amazon every single day, just about, and on my personal. And the first thing I do is I look at is Amazon's choice, Amazon's, just looking at the seller, what kind of reviews they have. If they got a 3-star review, and I'm getting a lot of other sale, and if I'm getting a lot of people that are sitting there and going, well, this guy shipped late, or product was bad, then that's a decision I'm basically going to make, saying, no, I'm going to go check out somebody else. So sometimes it's good for you to sit there and go, well, I may only make 5% off this particular product, but then it's time for you to sit there and go, okay, now I'm going to start looking at another product. And I do that too. I do that. And if I want to get rid of products that it's not selling, whatever it costs me, that's when I'm selling it at, and it's a great deal for them. All right. I'm getting a lot of new people, man. I appreciate a lot of new people coming onto my channel. There's quite a few people coming onto my channel that I'm seeing for the very first time. So feel free to give me a thumbs up if you guys are getting good information. Hit that thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that I'm giving you guys great information. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the notification bell, and that will let you know when I do come on. I'm just going to surprise the hell out of you sometimes and come on whenever I want. And so I may come on today again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Who knows? Just depends how I feel. If I'm bored or what have you. It's the same thing this morning. I got up, didn't expect to be on YouTube this morning, but I've been on for an hour and 16 minutes. So answering questions. I mean, who does that? Me. So this is my life. Don't work. This is what I do. Gonna have some coffee after this and enjoy the rest of the day. All right. All right, we left off, and we see AirSync says, can you shut down your website using after brand registry approval? You can, but I would keep it up just to keep it up, because you never know. People may go out there and go to your website for sales. If you're promoting your brand registry website, say you're going to promote your website on other places like Facebook, like Instagram, and all these other places, Shopify. Well, it's just extra sales that come on in. So yeah, basically you want to use the website for brand registry to get it brand registered, your product. And you don't want to brand register your product unless you have a product that is selling extremely well. Does not make sense to brand registry a product that has no sales. Doesn't make sense at all. So make sure when you brand registry a product that you have lots of sales first before you brand registry a product. In Florida, Ms. Vega says, in Florida, you need a resale certificate, believe, besides the EAN so far. I called Amazon and double checked to see what else is required, just to do all my homework before and jumping in. Look, you always want to get a resale license regardless. And the resale license basically is used for sales tax. So you want to charge sales tax on Amazon, because Amazon is going to that now. They're starting to charge sales tax in almost every state, just about. So things are changing. Things are happening. Get yourself a reseller's permit. Get that number. Put it in your back office on Amazon to start charging taxes. So if somebody's going to buy my product, I'm in California, somebody buys a product in California, I'm charging them sales tax 10% right off the top, because California likes to screw a lot of people when it comes to sales tax. I know. All right. Life is good. Good morning, Henry. Nice to see you early, guys at Works. Henry picked up the phone. He did for me even when I was in Hawaii. I'm a new seller, 3 sales so far, and I won the buy box. Hey, life is good. I appreciate that. Maybe it was you that I was texting, and the Hawaiian, that was the fisherman that was looking at me so mean while I was on my phone. Maybe that was you that I was talking to. Who knows? So, but appreciate the comments there. I really like that. Edwin Labardi. Hi, Henry. I like your videos. Could you put a number like V1, V2 on so on? That would make it easier to know which videos I've already watched. Yeah, I mean, it's YouTube. Yes, I know. I should be doing video 1, video 2, be doing it. I have over 100 videos just on YouTube alone. And lately I just kind of been, I'm live. Here I am. There you go. But yeah, vlog number one, vlog number two. I get it. I understand. So I will think about it and see what I can do. Life is good. One of the best lessons you gave was a stock up on shipping supplies on Amazon Day. Oh, you're talking Prime Day. Yes. Prime Day, you definitely want to stock up. I'm still selling a crap load of stuff even after Prime Day. Sales are still coming in. So Prime Day did help me out. For those of you that don't know, Prime Day comes twice a year. Comes in July, and then I don't know. I think it's in January, or it might even be in November. I'm not sure. I think it's in November. But Prime Day comes again, and so people really take advantage of all the sales. And you always want to make sure that you're stocked, even if you're not on Prime Day. Always make sure you're stocked. The death of people is running out of product, and you don't want to run out of product, especially if you're selling a lot. That to you is like, okay, you were in the front of the line, now you got to get in the back of the line and let all the other guys that have merchandise sell. Amazon's all about sales, and if you don't have products to sell, they're not interested in you. Thumbs up. Life is good. Thumbs up, Edwin. Appreciate it. Ms. Vega, does your 295 course go over anything about FBM or yes, it does go over Amazon's FBM. It does not go. I don't think it goes over private label. Private label. Yes, it does. Actually, I take that back. It does. Private label is the $4.95 package. That's where you start getting into private label. But yes, it does. And if it doesn't, I'll make sure. Life is good. Life is great. I did a manual campaign. Can I double down on with the auto campaign? Auto campaign basically is getting your keywords for your manual campaigns. So you want to make sure that you do automatic campaigns first. Sometimes I'll run automatic campaigns for 3 months because they do so well. So I'm always making money even on automatic campaigns because they're automatically finding the keywords for you. And you can do a search term report, pull those keywords and put it into your manual campaign and put it under your phrase, your exact, and other terms. Okay? All right. Hey, what's up there, Nick? Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Henry. Thanks for your login help. Live in person, the phone while you were on Hawaii vacation. Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. Glad I can help. Samir, do you pay VAT taxes for all products I sell on Amazon or only for specific ones? You only pay VAT taxes out of the U.S. You do not pay the, I know for me, okay, for a resident here in the U.S., I cannot say for somebody who's international, say out of the country and coming into the U.S., I believe you do pay VAT taxes for your country. I'm not sure. That's something I don't know about. But I know that I only pay VAT taxes like in the UK when I'm selling products in the United Kingdom. I have to pay VAT taxes, but I'm here in the US. If that's what you're asking, I'm not quite sure what the question is. Edward, hi Henry. I'm in your course and do recommend to sell private label or to sell somebody else's product. Now, look, the best way to go is to private label your own product. I mean, that's just the best way to go. It's your product. It has your name on it. You're not really going out there and selling other people's product. When you start selling other people's product, you have that thing behind you where they could come and send you a nice little letter saying, hey, cease and desist, don't sell my product anymore. And you're not going to get that with private label. If you're selling your own stuff, you private label it. Look, when I private label a product, I always make sure that I don't put that person's name in there that I got it from. I make sure my dimensions are a little bit different. I make sure all that comes into play. So when you private label a product, just, and somebody else is making tons of money off of it, don't use the same dimensions. Don't use all that. Make them all different. Make your pictures different. Make your dimensions different. Make your listing different. Make your description different. Okay, where they can't say, well, you know, this looks like my product, but it's not because it has his logo on it and I can't really do anything. So, but when people go out there and they piggyback off of somebody and they're private labeling or so-called private labeling their own product, that's where they can get into trouble. So you want to make sure when you private label, do not piggyback off of somebody. You sell your own product, use your own UPC code and all that, and that will help. Great information. Appreciate it. How should I go about choosing subcategories? You don't choose subcategories, AirSync. Amazon chooses the subcategories for you. You have no choice in that matter. The fact of the matter is you could put it in the main category, home and kitchen, and then subcategory could be, something totally different, but it's based on your keywords and it's based on your product itself. And that's where the subcategories will come in, and Amazon will automatically do that for you. You do not do that. You don't choose your own category, subcategories. All right, I want to figure out my net profit, so I need to know all expenses in advance. Among those, if the VAT would be deduction from my selling price. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I honestly couldn't really tell you. Because you have to figure out what the product is. Get yourself a FBA calculator and do it that way. That may help you. But when it comes to VAT taxes, Samir, that's not something that's not my expertise, okay? I can tell you everything you need to know about California state tax, federal tax, and all that, and what they charge for fees here in the U.S., but when it comes to international selling, that's totally different. So, a little naive when it comes to VAT taxes, VAT taxes. That's to the queen, or I guess, I don't know. So, anyways, guys, I really appreciate it. Look, it's been an hour and a half. Let me see here. Life is good. Can we talk a little about Wish versus Amazon? Look, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Life is good. Look, Amazon has millions and millions and millions of customers with their wallets wide open already. Okay, so they are the largest in the world. They are in 187 different countries. So you cannot compete with them. They're huge. They just opened up in Australia. And they're opening up other places. So, to me, Amazon is the way to go. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just wanted to go out there and talk about, what I made this year, Q&A. And so hopefully that helped you guys out. I appreciate that. And give me that thumbs up. Last but not least, I appreciate that also. And, hopefully we'll see you guys on another video. Nick, how's your son's account doing? My son is doing awesome. He's doing great. And he's no longer in school. He's doing his own thing. And he's doing great. So I appreciate the question. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. And we will catch you guys on another video soon. All right. You guys have a good one. See ya. Peace.